This one here, right, is question 2. And what question 2 says is the following. The following tables show marks X, is going to be the x-axis, obtained in the Christmas examination, and the marks Y, obtained in the summer examination by a group of 10 students. Part 1 is construct your scatter plot. So when you construct your scatter plot, what we're going to get is the following, okay? We're going to get this graph here. So what we're doing is we're plotting all our x values and y values together, okay? So we're going to get something like this, okay? Now, the blue values denote are explaining where the points are. So if this point here, for instance, is roughly, it's going to be something like 52, 30 something. So we can find that here. It's going to be 30 something on the x-axis. So it's 35, 51. That's that point. Another point is 55, 66, which is 55 across, which is around here. 66 up, puts it around there. You got to plot all these points. When you're done plotting all these points, you're not going to have a line, and you're not going to have the red one. The red dot is the mean. You haven't put in the mean yet. So this is the answer to part 1. How to draw the scatter plot. What can you conclude from the scatter plot? Well, what I'm going to do first, before I do anything else, I'm going to show you how to put your line into the scatter plot. Okay? Now to put this line into the scatter plot, what we need to do is we need to use our stat function. It's 2 variables, which means we use a plus bx. Next thing we do is we enter all these values in. Okay, so will everybody in the class enter these values in now for me, please? So we're on the same wavelength. 84, 52, and 60. On the other side, we're going to have 66, we're going to have 51, 63, 34, 49, 70, 84, 84, 53, and 67. Okay, now that these are done, okay, and I'll just wait for you for a second. Let me know. The part is, what we're going to do is we're going to find out the mean of both. We're going to find the mean of the Christmas results and the mean of the summer results. To do this, we go to stats, we go to number 4 for variables. X is the mean of the x values. Delta x is the standard deviation of the x values. Y dash is the mean of the y values. Delta y is the standard deviation of the y values. So we're just going to go for the x, the mean of the x, 62.4. Okay? So it's 62.4 for the mean of the x values. And can somebody else tell me what the mean of the y values are? So to find the mean of the y values, shift, stat, what'd you say? 62.1. 62.1. Yeah, 62.1 for the y value. This means that your line, when you draw it properly, goes through this point. If you look at the red point really clearly, it actually is the point. That red point is the point 62.4 and 62.1. The next thing I got to figure out is, to draw a line I need 2 points. I need to figure out one more point on this line. The point we're always going to find, because the calculator will readily do it for us, is where does it hit the y-axis? To find out where it hits the y-axis, what we can do is this. We can go shift, stat, number 5. This tells us where it hits the y-axis is the a value. And where it hits the y-axis should be 18.2 roughly, okay? So let's go to 18.2 on the y-axis. 18.2 is roughly around here. Okay? Also we got to do then is, we just join it up in a straight line through the mean, and it goes all the way here. And as you can see, it's very much parallel to the line I already had there that was done by the Excel software. You can nearly, because of the function in the calculator, your lines are perfect every time. It's no longer an estimate. Okay, 1 second. Alright guys, next part here is what are we going to do in regards to the next question. What can you conclude from the scatter plot? Because the line goes all the way up, what we can conclude is the bigger your Christmas results, the bigger your summer results. In general, students that do well at Christmas also tend to do well at summer. There is what we call a positive correlation. Positive correlation means when one gets bigger, the other gets bigger. Okay? Next question. Which students showed the most improvement from Christmas to summer? Okay, so Christmas to summer would be, which one has the biggest gap, okay? So this one here is a gap of 11, a gap of 16. Which one do you think is the biggest gap? B. 16% is the biggest gap, okay? So student B had the biggest improvements. Okay? Student B. Alright, what's the next question after that? The next question after that is, which student showed the most disimprovements? Disimprovement would be somebody with lower score. D dropped down 23%. Did anybody go lower than that? No, so student D showed the most disimprovements. Okay, finally, could A and B be considered outliers? Comment on your answer. Let's find out where A and B are on my graph. Okay, so we go back. Now what are those 2 points again? What's point B again? Anybody call out point B for me? 35 and 51. 35 is around here, 51. That's one there, okay? And another one? This one here? Now, both of them are the 2 furthest points away from the line. This one here could be considered an outlier because it's actually a substantial distance away in a vertical line. Well, this other one is pretty comparable to other points that are close to the line. Therefore, the only one that I'd consider an outlier is, which point is this one again? D? B. I consider point B an outlier, but I wouldn't consider point D an outlier. Okay? B. 11 student obtained a mark of 70 in the Christmas examination, but was absent from the summer examination. Estimate the mark that you think this student would have attained in the summer examination. Justify your answer. This is where we need our line. Okay? And our line looks like this. We go to, he got 70 at Christmas. We go a line and we put a line coming up from the 70 mark. Okay? It hits the line. Then you go across. If he got 70 at Christmas, he would have got about 68, 67, 68 at summer. Okay? 68. Now that that's done, that's the last question there, okay?